I'm a-coming. I'm coming. Hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight. What's up, Scoop? TJ, Chris, TJ. I got the camera turned off because I'm in my house and some things has got to be private, boys. Some things has got to be private. Can't show you everything. All right. Woo. Boys, that sun gun right there is bright like nobody's business. Now it might be a little glitch jumping off one router. Might be a little glitch jumping off one router to the next, so y'all just hang tight. Ooh. All right, it's jumping on the other router, so hang tight. Let me just sit right there. Let me sit right here. I gotta sit down. No, let me get this. I'm gonna get this chair. Y'all hang tight. Hold on, and I'll catch up with the comments. Hold on. Y'all just hang tight. Just hang tight. Just hang tight. Let me catch up. Hold on, let me sit down. Let me sit down. Ooh. All right, let me catch up with the comments. What's up, Shamika? What's up, Scoot? What's up, Chris? Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm eating one of my favorite things, peanut butter. I'm good. Tomorrow's the Peach Festival. Starts off the Peach Festival tomorrow. I got a few more things I need to do. Get ready. I got a few more things I got to do. Before Thursday. Well, tomorrow. But I figured that's what we're about to get into, TJ. That's what we're about to get into. That's what we're about to get into. I appreciate it. I'm tired. I'm tired. And you don't hear me say that much. And the reason why is my feet. Running that gas pedal on that bead roller. Now, my friend Jeremiah, you know, he came here, he was here before. You know, he was here that day that we unboxed the bead roller. So he helps me from time to time so I put it to you like this. So Jeremiah does a lot of, I love diesel. Yeah, I be working. Man, I'm always working. I'm always working. So Jeremiah is always on the road, right? So he told me the other day that he's got to go to Arkansas and work for a little bit. And then he says that he's got to go to Virginia and do a pipe job. He said the pipe is 96 inches on the inside. And he has to weld the pipe up, stick weld it. Then it has to be x-rayed. And he's going to be up there for a long time, doing a bunch of 8-foot pipe and 6-foot pipe. So when he has downtime, well, not really downtime, when he has time like in between, it's really good. I mean, he's a car guy, but he don't know nothing about this world. I mean, let me tell you, he knows about it. He watches it on television. He's got a Firebird, you know, he tinkers this, whatever. So, and he's around 40 years old. Somewhere around there, 40, 42 years old. So, he's very eager to learn, right? So, you know, we worked together before a long time ago. So I've known him for a long, long time. I've probably known him 25 years, probably. Now, our relationship has not been 100% over the years. There was some stuff that happened a few years ago, but, you know, we talked about it as men, and we worked it out, and we squashed it out, and we're good to go. So, if I have some stuff like mechanical stuff that needs to be done and stuff, whatever, and I find out that he's in town, and I can get him for a couple of days a week. Say I can get him for 15 hours a week. I'm gonna grab him. You know, he helped me he's been helping on the box truck, on the chassis when he was here. You know, little odd and things here and there. But 98% of the time, I'm solo, right? So it's always good to have some extra hands when you can get them, right? So, with that being said, you want me to go ahead and get right to the bed, or you want me to tell you something else about a car that I participated on building 8 years ago? Yeah, I wish I could, you know, he does a lot. So he's a traveling welder. So he makes like $175 an hour, right? So when he's traveling, truck, tools, per diem, mileage, hotel room, he gets all that plus $175 an hour. He makes damn good money, but he works hard, and he's a damn good welder. So, he used to teach at the college. He used to teach at High Point. So, there's no way I could keep him employed. I couldn't employ him full time. I just couldn't do that. Because I don't have enough stuff here that he would know how to do. And I couldn't pay him $175 an hour. Man, I've already tried that shit, dude. I had work studies here from the college. I've had 3 work studies from the college over a couple years. They didn't work out. I mean, they were here, but it didn't work out. They found out that this ain't what they want to do in real life, which is fine. It's fine. Then I hired a guy. It didn't work out with him. Then I hired another guy, and he moved from Nebraska. I moved his ass out here. So here's a short story. His girlfriend broke up with him. He didn't have nowhere to go. He had to pop smoke. He had to go somewhere. It was a spare of the moment thing. I had known him in the past through some other stuff that we deal with. Seemed like a pretty good guy. You know, moved him. One of my clients found him a house to live in, moved him, got him there, then found another house for him to move, moved him closer to the shop, paid him good money. He only had to work 14 hours days, off on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then he went back to Arkansas, got his mama to move, brought his mama back with him with all of her money, and he quit. So I ain't hiring shit. Wait a minute. Now 87? My door, 87, my door is always open for you, baby. Always open for you, big dog. Always open for you. Always open. All right, so let me tell you this. In 2017, when I worked at Petty's Garage, let me tell you this little story, and then I'm going to show you this right here, okay? Y'all going to like this story. I ain't going to be on here long, so don't worry about it. In 2017, I worked at Petty's, and we built a 68 Camaro for Molly Aftermarket Performance. There was about 4 or 5 of us that worked on it, but all the paint and body, the stripes, the metal work, all that, it was me and one other guy up in the upper building. There's videos of me in my shorts with me and Richard Petty laying out the stripes. Richard Petty was my boss man. He's my buddy, right? So when we built this car, when I say we built it. Me and this other guy did all the metal work. They brought us a shell and told us we had to have it painted in 45 days. We did everything. We was working 17, 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. I was flat ass rolling, right? Rolling. And Petty's is an hour away from me. So that's an hour there, working 16, 17 hours a day, and then an hour back coming home. Did that all the way. This thing went to Apex, went to SEMA. Molly was giving this car away. So I get the bright idea to sign panels on the back side of this car. $150,000 Camaro, right? LS7, 6-speed manual transmission. I don't know what happened. We had a glitch. Anyway, so I decided to sign my name underneath this car on panels, where you couldn't really see them unless you was looking for them, right? Behind the front valance, behind the back valance, stuff like that. Now we went to SEMA, met the CEO of Molly After Performance. I got all these pictures, and Molly give this car away. The 5 contestants got this key to the car. You couldn't crank it on the SEMA floor, right? They had us on the TV screens. It was me. I was the only one that went. The other guys that worked on the car, they didn't want to go. They didn't want to have nothing part of it. And I said, man, why don't y'all go? No, we don't give a shit about that, man. We just here to build. We just here to work. We don't care about all that. They said, we don't care about all that rigmarole. That's what they say. We don't care about all that rigmarole. Whatever, dude. Put me in front of a damn camera. Let go. I'll do it. I'll talk the ears off a damn billy goat. I don't care who got the camera. Discovery, HBO, Cinemax, goddamn Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, the Outdoor Channel. Let go. Ha ha! Man, we'll catch fishing worms, water moccasins, bullfrogs. I'll wrestle a damn alligator. I don't care. So anyway, I got pictures, 5 contestants and me, Richard Petty, out on the showroom floor. They had all this stuff going on, right? So you had 5 keys, right? So then they drew straws to see who would go up to the car first, right? So they done all that the best way they could. You go up to the door and you turn the doorknob, you turn the key, and if the door unlocked, you won the car, right? That's how they done it, because they wouldn't let you crank the car up in SEMA. I don't know why. I'd have fired that bitch up. I'd have had to pay a fine. But anyways, this guy that won it, he was from upstate New York, New Jersey area, right? He won it. And come to find out, he is a frequent flyer miles and winning shit, right? So he won the car, all this other stuff, you know, and then I tried to keep up with the car or whatever, and then the car was gone, right? Lost contact with the car, right? So this was in 2008, 2017. So he won the car, and then we got the car back, and we had to do some tuning to it to get more horsepower and all this other stuff. It had an LS7 in it. It was all built by my, it was all built, whatever. Nevertheless, the car, I seen the car go to Barrett Jackson. The car got sold, blah, 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 whatever. Lost track of car. So last night, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm on the interweb and I'm checking my emails. I get an email. Look, dude, look, this is why I'm going to explain to you why I do what I do, right? And this is why it was so crazy that the guys that helped me build the car didn't go with us to meet these people and whatever and rub shoulders, whatever. Because when you build something and it leaves something nice and you build something and it stays alive for years and years and years, that is your legacy of that car going from point. It ain't like some old car that you just, if you know what I mean, you know it. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So I get an email. I'm not going to say the guy's name. I get an email, and he says, hey, my name is such and such. I just purchased this car. So I thought it was a client, a potential client. It said, I'm from Vegas. I'm from Las Vegas area. I just purchased this car. And I'm reaching out to you. So it started out like that. It started out like I thought this guy wanted to send me his car, blah, 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 whatever. So I'm reading. It's long email. Short version of the email is this cat bought the 68 Camaro Molly car. He's ended up with the car, right? So he's trying to find some literature and the backstory on the car. He knows the car was built at Petty's. He knows the car was giveaway from Molly, but that's all he knows. And then the guy that owned the car, kept the car for a little bit, sold the car, and that was it, lickety split, right? He's like, we're inspecting the car, got it on the lift, doing this, doing that, inspecting the car, whatever, and I see a name. Now, Richard signed the dash and all that shit, right? He said, I see a name underneath the car on the valance. So we look at it. There's my name. I signed it, dated it, and put my phone number. I've had the same phone number since like 1996, 97, 98, right? He finds my information, then he Googles me. He finds me. But instead of calling me, he sends me an email because he said, I figured this would be less invasive. This ain't the exact words he used, but he said, it'd be less invasive to send you an email versus calling you and asking you questions about the car. You have no idea how ecstatic I was when I got this email. I was like, what? So he found where I signed the car up underneath the panels. He said, the car's in great shape. It is a monster. It is a beast. He says, I'd like to sit down and talk to you about the car to see if I could get some more backstory on the car. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's talk. He says, I come to North Carolina periodically for work. I come to the Lexington, High Point, Greensboro area, and I'd like to get up with you to know if you got anything on the car, any kind of backstory. I could not email this cat fast enough back. I said, dude, I am ecstatic that you sent me this message. I am super stoked. I was always wondering where the car was. I said, which Molly Camaro? Because we did two. We did a new one, and then we did an old one. He said, I have the old one. I was like, hell yeah. So he got the 68 Camaro with the LS7 with the 6-speed manual transmission, 335 tires on the back, carbon fiber barrels, blue with the hockey stripe on it. So nice, so nice. Black leather interior. I'm like, dude, hell yeah. So I told him, I emailed him back and I said, dude, I got hundreds of backstage pictures. Hundreds. I got pictures of when this thing was nothing but a rust bucket. I got I took all these pictures. I got authorization to release these pictures. They're on my portfolio on my shops page. It says 68 Camaro, Molly Camaro built at Petty's for SEMA. It's just oodles and oodles of pictures. You more than welcome to get any picture you want. I release the pictures to you. Hell yeah, come on down to the Peach Capital. Let's talk about it. Let's chew some fat. So that made me feel great. Now there's a 70 Superbird that we did for the Potosa brothers. It's a $2 million car. It's in New Jersey. They let me sign the trunk of it right beside Richard Petty's name. So Richard Petty signed it. The other guy that worked on it, he signed it. I signed my name right beside Richard. I dated it, put my phone number on it, and they took a picture of us beside the car and the Potosa brothers, and it's in Motor Trend magazine and all that good stuff, and all that horse bells and shit, right? So that is so cool that this guy's got the Molly Camaro. So we done this car in 2017. So what, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. So I'm super stoked about that. But my thing about on the cars, this is what I was telling the buddy today. Something like that is a legacy. So 50 years from now, if we're still living and the world's still doing what it's doing, flat earth, round earth, whatever you want to call it, and somebody ends up with that car is not going to be put in the woods left for dead. That car is not going to be left out in pasture for dead unless it gets total lost. So that car is going to be took care of for decades, right? So whoever gets that car and the story goes down, let's say somebody else gets the car and they want to reach out, and let's say I'm old as dirt and I'm still alive, and they come and do an interview with me to ask me about, hey man, you remember building this car at Petty's back in 2017? Y'all built this car 60 years ago. You remember? And I'm going to say, hell yeah, I remember it. Yeah, here we go. Talk about it. Now, if I'm dead and gone, then maybe they'll reach out to one of my boys and say, hey, look, your pops built this car 60 some years ago. Do you know anything about it? And he's like, yeah, my dad worked all the time. He worked at Petty's. He worked 18 hours, blah, 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 blah. You see where I'm going with that? That is what it's all about. It's like TJ says, a part of you, and like Chris says, that's a part of you that lives in them vehicles, you know. So it's blood, sweat, and tears, baby. Blood, sweat, and tears. People see them as just as vehicles. I see them as expressing yourself in an art form. You know, the very first lowrider that was painted with lowrider graphics was a mistake. If you don't believe it, look it up. It was a mistake. When they painted this car back in the day in California on the West Coast, and they messed up the paint job, they didn't have enough paint to fix it. So what they did is they made artwork to cover up the mistake. And then there you go, fast forward, and a trend started. So a lot of this art, what hurts me in my brain is laying out this artwork and you're doing these graphics and stuff. To me, everything has to be perfect as possible. My OCD kicks in. A buddy told me if I smoked a lot of, he said, dude, you'd mellow out and there's no telling what you would make. So my friend Shorty from Iron Resurrection and Shorty's Paint, he's like, dude, don't overthink it. Just put it on there. There's no wrong or right. And Mondo from Awada, there's no, and Flea, Ron from House of Colors, previous House of Colors. They say, dude, and Ryan Evans from Count Customs and Horny Mike. All of them are my friends, all of them. You know, I consider all of them friends, and I look up to them. They're like, dude, don't overthink it. Just do it. Whether it's wrong or right, just do it. It doesn't matter. So it's artwork. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's artwork. So let me explain now. Been on here for 25 minutes. If you stuck with me this long, I greatly appreciate it. So now let me show you this right here. All right. So my friend came over, got started around 10:30. He had some stuff to do. He gets here. I tell him what I got going on. I tell him what's in my mind. I said, this is what I'm thinking, blah, blah, blah. This is what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to try to do it as less pieces as possible. If we have to cut it, we'll cut it. We'll do whatever. Now, you got to remember, this is the flames was the first thing I ever did with this bead roller, the flames. Y'all see me do that on live. The second thing I ever done was this right here and that back there. That's the second thing. So let me tell you this, boys and girls. we got together, we laid out this stuff. Now all this is going to be welded in after it's done. But let me tell you right now, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy with what we come up with today. I am happy of what's laying right here in front of me. I am satisfied what I got in front of me. Now, I tried to make it as perfect as possible. Everything is symmetrical. Everything is laid out upon itself. Everything is rhyme and reason. Now, I'm going to tell you this and then I'll show you. I took a 2.5-inch dimple die. I turned it upside down. I dimple dyed it the opposite direction so it would raise it up instead of raising it down, right? So I wanted the dimple to go up instead of down. Then when it raised it up, then I capped it, and then he welded it because he can weld. I said, go ahead and tack it together. He welded it together, and then I cleaned it up. So this is what we have. Bam! Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't like that, you can suck a big fat baby. A whole bag of them. I'm a whole bag of them. Huh? Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Huh? You can be mad if you want to, but it ain't gonna make you no prettier. I'll calm down. I'll calm down. See, right there, as I took the dimple die and I dimple dyed it the opposite way so it would raise it up. And no, these are not the screws that I'm gonna use. These are not the screws that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use stainless screws. Then I'll come in here and I'll clean this up. So this is raised up. This is the gas cap, all right? This is the gas cap. And right there's the gas tank. See, we lined it right up. So now all I gotta do is take the cap off the gas tank and run me a rubber hose from this one down there, and we good as gold. We're good as gold. So this right here is actually like the 10th time or 12th time. Done on those panels first, but I am super happy. Now, super happy. Everything has a pattern, right? Everything has a pattern. And I could explain it to you why I laid it out the way I laid it out, but you would go down the rabbit hole. God almighty, that's bright. You would go down the rabbit hole and you'd be completely lost like Alice in Wonderland. So I'm not even going to try to explain why I laid it out the way. There is a hidden message in this. There is a hidden message in this, and it's hard to explain it. Now, if you were standing right here beside me, I could explain it to you, but there is a hidden message. Now I'm gonna explain it to you through this. The 1-inch tubing is right here, right? That's why I only got a couple sheet screws in there, right? So them sheet screws are gonna hold it for right now. But what I will do after the Peach Festival, this will get completely welded in. All this will get welded in. We're gonna make a panel that comes down right here and covers this and caps that up. And like I said, it will be completely welded in. And somebody's probably gonna say, well, why'd you put the filler neck right there? Why didn't you move it? Well, I can't move it because the gas tank. Now, I was gonna raise it up anyway, so it don't matter. So the way I dimple dyed it, it looks like this line right here runs around and then follows it and then goes back. That's how it laid out. Because there's a tube in here, there's tube in there, and the gas tank's right there. I could have probably, somebody could probably say, hey, you could have made this smaller and this smaller and that smaller and that smaller and that smaller, and that would have shrunk that down and you would have put this. But see, if you'd have done that, then it wouldn't have been symmetrical. So it's not a map, but you close. It's not a map. If you're going to count, there's 30 raised panels. So if you want to know how many, you want to know how many of these are on here, there's 30. There's 30 of them, right? There's 30 panels, right? But like I said, my brain goes crazy, so it's hard for me to So now that's done. The hood's done. Gonna put the hood on. I'm gonna pull this in the booth tonight. I got some metal treat. I'm gonna wipe all this down, get all this surface rust off. I'm gonna tape up the cab and I'm gonna epoxy the cab probably tonight. Or first thing in the morning. But I'm super happy. I'm super happy. So now what I do is I got some more metal ordered. I put a sheet here. I'll put a sheet there. I'll put some panels in this, but I'll put them the other way because I got to put this diamond plate or put this bit down, setting down there on this. And actually, I'm gonna take this and stick it to the bottom of this too. The speaker box is gonna go in right here. Speaker box is gonna go in right here, and the speaker box is gonna stop like right here, somewhere in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some angle, some 16 gauge angle, and I'm gonna run a piece from here to here, and then I'm gonna make another panel to cover up this void. So the speaker box is flush with this. So when the speaker box gets put in this hole and it plugs through the cab, this will be flush all the way across, and it won't be no transition. And then there'll be a section right here, like a little corner cap. It'll be right here, and it will be removable, right? So what I'll do is I'll bolt it from the bottom. I'll put tabs down here and bolt it from the bottom, and then there'll be tabs up here with a button head tamper-proof screws that bolt here. So if I ever have to pull the speaker box out to service it, I can take this out and take these out, and take the cover off, and then I can get the speaker box out. And then the speaker box will be a blow through because it's going to blow through that right there. All right. So that's that. I appreciate it, Matt. I appreciate it. So the machine that I used to do this with is this machine in here. Yeah, and I'm barefoot and I got socks on. I took my shoes off. This is the machine that I used. I dropped the table. So little pieces, it's got a table, but big pieces, like I'm sitting right here bead rolling and he's over there holding the piece because the piece like 4 foot. So this is a 1/8 inch step die. So this is the die that I used. So he would be like right here holding a panel while I'm chasing the lines. And then when I get to a curve, I say, we're turning, and the piece would turn and the piece would swipe all the way through here and go all the way through and swing all the way back around. There was one section that we had to cut because it wouldn't swing. That's a 36-inch deep die or 36-inch deep bead roller. And I'll show you. I'll show you. So this is all one piece, but I couldn't get right here. I couldn't get here because it wasn't deep enough, so I had to cut it. So I cut this section off. So it's 1 panel, 2 panels, 3 panels, 4 panels. And this thing shrunk 1/8 of an inch. So by doing this metal, shrinking it, it shrunk the metal 1/8 of an inch. And what I mean by that is this thing used to be butt tight, right? So what we did was we split the difference. It shrunk this metal where there was an 1/8 inch gap, which would be fine because there's 2 tubes. There's a 1 inch by 1 inch tube here and a 1 inch by 1 inch tube here. So it's fine because when I push it down and we spot weld, we're gonna drill holes and we're gonna plug weld it. We're gonna take this panel off. We're gonna clamp this down with the clamp. And then I'm gonna take my spot welder, and I'm gonna spot weld this all the way down. Now these holes, we'll plug weld them. And then on this side, I won't be able to do it. I'll have to plug weld this, and then we'll tack. And since there's a tube underneath this, I got good back. So I'll take a flat chisel and I'll push it down and we'll tack. And then the same thing over here on this side over here. This right here, it'll be pushed down. This will be tack welded. This will be, all the seams will be welded solid. All of them be welded solid. and it'll be done. And then after the Peach Festival, then I will, I'll show you this right here. After the Peach Festival, I'll take all that wood out, take all the air right out because it's just sitting in there. Take all the air right out, take the wood out, put metal in there, and then I will build 2 doors, right? I got to put a battery on that side, and I got to put a battery on that side. And then what I'll do is build some angle, make some angle to go from here to here, and then we'll put an access door on that side and an access door on that side so I can service it. So basically, whatever this is, I'll come over, split the difference, and then I'll put I'll put it up right here, and I'll put it up right there, and then it'll be 3 panels. And the reason why I'm gonna do 3 panels, I'll do 3 panels because this panel over here is gonna have a battery, that panel over there, that over there have a panel, and then I'll have an access panel in the middle where I can get in there and service it. But I got some ideas I wanna do, so when you drop the tailgate, there might be a logo there with some light shining through it. I don't know yet, I hadn't decided, so still a work in progress. Somebody's probably gonna ask me, why did you build the bed so high? Why'd you raise the floor? That floor is 13 3/8 up. So that's the height of that floor. And the reason why that floor is 13 7/8, the reason why that floor is that tall is because the speaker box that's going in this hole is 13 3/8 finished height. So I wanted the speaker box, which is waterproof, like a plastic material. The finished height of that is 13 3/8, plus or minus a 16th, right? So with that being said, if the speaker box is here, I wanted the bed floor flush all the way to the back. So when you walk up to Nate Dogg, this is the name of the truck. So when you walk up to Nate Dogg and you walk up to the truck, I want the bed floor flush all the way. I don't want the bed floor like this. You know, you see some of them that come up and they go notch up and they notch down. I don't want it like that. I want it a flat floor. Now, here's the next thing. Once all this is welded, and then I sand all this, and then I spray high build epoxy on it, I'm gonna have to sand this whole bed. I'm gonna have to hand sand it. And I'm hoping, I'm trying not to damage or make the metal go crazy, because I'm trying to keep it as uniform as possible with minimum body work, right? Minimum body work. Because I want to paint this bed floor the same color as the truck, right? That's what I thought. You know, I think I wanted to paint the bed floor the same color as the truck. But I think I've changed my mind, all right? I think I've changed my mind yet again. So I'm a real big fan of the beds being a different color than the truck. So I'm really thinking about, really thinking about painting the bed floor orange, the same color as the interior. So when you walk up to the truck is blue and white with the white pinstripe, and then you walk up to it, and then the bed floor is completely orange. The speaker box is orange with a silhouette window in there. Then you open the door of the truck, the interior is orange. Everything in here is painted orange. You open this is gonna be wrapped in leather orange, and then you look up into that port, and you're gonna see the speaker box in there that will be inlaid. I did say before blue inlaid with orange, but now I'm thinking about an orange box inlaid with white, and then, or might do a blue box or white, orange box inlaid with blue. So the plastic material will be orange, and then when they cut into it, it'll have blue accents. Since it has blue accents, that will match the truck because the truck's blue. So that's that. I'm not that good yet, Cuddy, to do letters. I'll have to do a lot more practicing. I've been thinking about it, but I don't know how. I'd have to do a lot more practicing. So that's what I'm thinking about. Doing the bed floor orange and doing the interior orange, and then the truck will be blue and white. So when you see the truck from the side, truck's blue and white with a white top, right? So the top's going to be white from this. This is a trim that goes right here. So the top will be white, the truck will be blue, white in the middle, blue in the bottom. The hood is blue, and then it'll have a orange stripe, a white stripe, or and I've already told you that before. So yeah, it's going to be two-toned, blue and white. It'll be blue at the top, blue at the bottom, white in the middle, white top. So, all right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I've been on here for 41 minutes. I appreciate every single one of you. It is hot. I'm sweaty. I'm fixing to rinse off in the damn driveway. I'm going to let that big eye in the sky fall down. Yeah, so about 6 o'clock, the sun starts breaking right there. I need to put my metal up right there, and that will knock the sun down. But when that sun breaks right there, about 6 o'clock, it starts breaking right there. It gets super hot, man. So I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. Hope everybody has a great day. Stay tuned, because you're going to see a lot of shit from the Peach Festival Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I'm going to be flooding the news feed. I'll probably get copyrighted a lot because the band, and then I have to go in there and edit it, they'll whatever. So if you're coming to the Peach Festival, let me know. Let me know you're coming. Text me, shoot me a message, let me know. We'll meet up, we'll holler at each other, we'll eat some tacos, drink some damn muscatine wine, do something, find some peach brandy. We'll do something, whether it's wrong or right. We'll go to the Triple H bar, sit down and listen to them play music. So make sure to hang them socks. Yeah, hang the socks up. Oh yeah, planted about 15 cactuses yesterday, right before dark. Got some more to plant today, if the wife wants to. If not, we'll plant them later. I'm glad you didn't miss it neither. I appreciate you, boys and girls. Hey, Impala J, if you didn't see the hood painted, go back and watch a couple. Go back and watch a couple of them shorts where I painted the hood. Stay tuned, or turn out, whichever. Hey, John Buchanan says $20 is $20. Hey, if you stayed this long to the very end, y'all won't. If you stayed this long to the very end, let me give you a little bit of a history lesson right quick. Y'all ready? Man, the hood is the only that hood is only the beginning. Well, I appreciate it. Hey, 87, I'm glad you on here. I seen your, hey, look, I can't comment on none of your shorts, 87. None of them. I seen the short where your truck was overheating. I watched a little bit about it, you live today. I'll go back and watch it here in a minute. I was rolling them panels, so I just put you on the big TV and I was listening. But let me give y'all a little history lesson. Oh, okay. Let me give y'all a little history lesson on something. Money. Up until 1933, 34, 35, money, at the top of money, where it says the Federal Reserve, up until like 1934, 35, plus or minus a year, it used to say silver note. It used to say silver note. And what that meant was it was a silver note. Like, they made some red notes too, but we're talking about silver notes. So on old money, 1934, 35 and older, at the very top, it used to say silver tender. And what that meant was you could take that $5 and you could go into a bank and you could demand silver and gold in equal value. So that means that that thing could be traded evenly for silver or gold. After the 1930s, the Federal Reserve was made, and the Federal Reserve took over the monies. And all the notes now at the top of money says Federal Reserve. And what that means is it's not worth the paper it's written on. That means there's not enough money. So now a $10 bill says Federal Reserve. That means that if you go to the bank will not give you the equal value of gold and silver, because that's how money worked. If there was $100 million in gold, they had $100 million in money. Well, it's not that way no more. That gets into inflation, and they print money in the basement. But that's a whole different thing. We're not getting into that. I'm just saying, if you ever didn't notice, on old money, it said silver note. Now, here's another thing. Some of the money had colored serial numbers, blue and red, right? Blue and red. My people at the bank always keeping lookout for me. That's why the ladies at the bank look out for me, and when they get any monies that come in there that have red or blue serial numbers, they call me, and I go up there and I exchange money for money. So if they call me and they got a $20 blue note, say they got a $20 bill and the serial numbers are in blue, right? Hot, bright blue. I go up there, I give her a regular $20 bill. She gives me that $20 bill with the blue note. I come home, right? I put it in the safe deposit box at the bank. So just take it and just swap it out. You got blue notes and red notes. Then you get people that rob their little grandma and grandpa, and they get all their silver coins, all their silver dollars. Go to the bank, silver dimes, nickels, quarters. They'll call me that as well and say, hey, look, somebody just brought $50 in silver dollars up here. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to come get them. Go up there and give them $50 and $50 in silver. You come back, silver's worth more than $50 by the ounce. So the more you know, the more you know. Now, let me tell you this right here. Has anybody ever seen a $10,000 bill? I have. I've actually seen two of them. My old boss man at the college collected old money, and he told me back in 2015, he said that he had an order of them. He had ones, fives, tens, 20s, 50s, hundreds, 500, 1,000, all the intervals of the money. And I don't know how far it goes, but he told me, he says, I've been looking for a $10,000 bill. And I looked at him and I said, a what? He said, I've been looking for a $10,000 bill. I said, you talking about Monopoly money? He's like, no, real deal. And I was like, what? And he got to telling me he was a coin collector. He was a money collector. And sure enough, somebody called him somewhere one weekend. He left, or 1 week during the school, he left, flew somewhere and flew back. And that joker got two $10,000 bills. Not one, two. And they were sealed up. And these look like collecting baseball cards. This mofo collecting damn antique money. And he said, I don't know if there's anything over 10,000. They might be. But he's got everything from 10,000 all the way down to $1. All the big notes. Like TJ said, 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. So, yeah, the mint makes crazy. Oh, yeah. Just crazy shit. And I'm like, dude, and then he got to tell him about all the coins that he had, misprinted coins. He's got a coin. I don't know the coin, but I just remember the story. He's got some coins that somebody got pissed off at the mint and turned the die around backwards and printed a bunch of coins backwards. I don't know which one it is. Somebody can probably Google it. I can't remember because he told me this story like in 2014, 2015. It was a quarter or a $50 or some shit. And man, them things is worth thousands and thousands of dollars. They did release the other day, they're going to stop making pennies. They said it cost 3 times as much to make a penny, so they're going to stop making pennies. So all the pennies that are out there, that's all the pennies that are going to be made. There ain't no more pennies going to be made. So, but anyways, boys and girls, I just want to tell you that. I appreciate you. Hope everybody has a great day. It's 6:42 on the East Coast. I appreciate you. We up to like 4,200 subscribers, somewhere around there, almost 4,200. I greatly appreciate it. It's because of you that makes me do better, right? If it wasn't for you, it wouldn't make me do better. I appreciate the motivation. I appreciate the encouragement. I hope you win. I really mean this from the bottom of my heart. If nobody else has tells you this week, if nobody else told you that you was appreciated, if nobody else in this entire world told you that you were worth something, listen to me when I say this. JG says that you're worth it. You are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate you. You are great. Wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm a badass because JG said I'm a badass. So you got to love yourself before you can love your neighbor. You got to love yourself before you can love the person next to you. If you hate yourself, you're going to hate everybody else. So life's too short, boys and girls. Life's too short. You get 4,000 weeks. That's all you get. 4,000 weeks if you're lucky. 86,400 seconds. Makes the best out of it. Love people. Tell people you love them. If you love them, if you love them. If you hate them, you hate them. Tell them. Say, hey, look, I don't like you, man. I don't like you. I don't like you. Don't hold nothing in. No regrets. Be respectful and stand your ground. If somebody says something to you that you don't feel is right and you think, say, hey, man, I didn't like what you said to me. Hey, man, handle it like men or grown folks. Handle it like grown folks. Set your ego aside and say, okay, man, I'm sorry I made you upset, but you're still stupid as hell, but I appreciate what you're telling me. You ain't got enough common sense to whoop your ass out of a wet sack. It ain't your fault. You was the fastest one. The better part of you run down your mama's leg, but it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I appreciate you telling me how you feel, but it don't change no difference. You're still stupid and shit. So, yeah. Say hello. Say, hey, if you see people in the grocery store, speak to them. Say, hey, how you doing? Hey, look, let me tell you something that's unspoken by men. I didn't say boys, men. When you in the grocery store or walking on the sidewalk and you see somebody and you nod your head and that man nods his head back to you, if you nod it one way, that means one thing. If you nod it the other way, that means something else. If you reach up there and touch the brim of your hat, that means something else. Y'all don't know nothing about that, and if you do, you're dangerous. You're right there with me. You're dangerous. Speak to people. Hold the doors open for folks. People get out. Put your damn shopping cart buggy back in the damn corral. And don't tell me, well, that's what they pay them people for. Hey. Yeah. And the people that don't push their car, the people that don't push their shopping carts back are probably the same people that don't spread their ass cheeks in the shower and let that water run through that stink ass. They're probably the same ones. They're probably the same ones that dig in their ass and bite their fingernails. You can't trust people like that. If you don't take a shower and you don't hold your butt cheeks apart to wash all that stank out, you the same person that ain't putting your damn shopping cart buggy back. You walking around with a stank ass. You got the stool itch. If you don't, I'm telling you, especially right now, 2 butt cheeks together and it's hotter than a damn 2 rats in a wool sock, and you don't spread your ass cheeks apart and let that cool water run through there, you better go to Walmart and get you one of them damn whiffer brushes that you clean your damn blinds with if you can't reach back there. If you're so damn big you can't get back there to the crack of your ass, go back there in the household section. Don't go to the Bisco Walmart. They done changed the whole damn store. They done flipped the grid on that. But go over there where they sell the blinds and get that nice little breeze thing over there and get you some damn soap. And you can take that son of a bitch and you can run that thing right up the crack of your ass and you can clean right through there. Right through your butt cheeks. 87, I'm telling the truth. Your ass has been standing in Walmart in the line and somebody's standing in front of you about from here to that pole, and all you smell is ass. All you smell is ass. You're like, y'all smell that? It smells ass. Man standing in front of you, woman in front of you. You better wash that damn undercarriage, and you better run by there on the baby section and get you some damn baby powder too. Put some baby powder on that damn thing. Now, women, don't put no baby powder down there because it'll fuck up your damn pH level and the son bitch be growing spores and damn mushrooms out to the side. Don't be putting no baby powder down there. You men, you need to be taking that baby powder and you need to be putting it on your weebles, keeping that thing fresh and dry. And one more thing for you before you go. You don't be going in there and taking your dirty D and giving it to your woman and then getting her pH balance all screwed up, messed up, and then you mad as hell because she ain't giving you nothing. She in there got the crotch itch because you didn't go in there and spread your butt cheeks, wash the damn sweat out of your ass cheeks, and go in there and clean your nutsack. You went in there with a dirty D and you give your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, or your mistress or whatever you got, you give them the crotch itch, and now they mad as hell because they're in there scratching like they got the damn scabies, and you mad as hell hell because you can't get a little wookie wookie. Well, you need to wash that thing. You can't put a dirty tool in the shed, boys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And you're mad as hell because it won't give you a little bit. How about washing that thing, you know? Cutting that damn hair back. Look like Buckwheat in a fucking headlock. Come on now. She looked down there and all she see was crab spears and Indian drums going, hey, y'all, hey, y'all, hey, y'all, hey, y'all. I mean, goddamn. You need to clean up, do a little personal hygiene. Hey, here's something else for you, right? If you shave that thing back, if you cut 4 inches of hair off of it, she'll look at it and say, damn, that thing grew 3 inches. And most of you measure from the bottom and not the top. Measure from the top. That will be impressive. Anyways, boys and girls, I hope you laughed. I hope you laughed. That's what I'm here for. Good time. And SS gang said, Lord, and 84 Cuddy said, Lord help us if Jay ever drinks. Lord help us if JG ever gets drinking. We might have to tie him down with a damn log chain or something. And I'm only on 2%. I'm only on 2%. I ain't even turned it up yet. You boys can't handle me if I was full throttle. You'd have to call your wife to come get you because we'd be locked up. We'd be something. Yeah. All right, boys and girls. I appreciate you, boys and girls. It's called the crabs. Ain't nobody got no crabs around here. You missed everything that I said. See, that just right there shows me that you don't understand what I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. You know why women, let me tell you something. Cosmetology is 199 pages in the book, and 197 of them is why she shouldn't fuck you, right? Everybody else was subscribing to all these magazines. I was getting Cosmo, and I was reading Cosmo because I want to know how women kind of, sort of think to get on their level. Took years of psychology classes and sociology classes to figure out how things work because it's all a game. It's all a game. But let me tell you something else right here. If your wife tells you go to the store and get her shampoo and her body wash and if she says, hey, you going to the grocery store, I need you to run by the shampoo section, and I need you to get some soap, and I need you to get some shampoo, and I need you to get this shampoo for me, this conditioner for me, and I need you to get this body wash for me. And you go in there and she's like, now look, I'm not you. You can't go in there and buy 1 bar of soap and wash everything. Nuts, balls, ass, and you can't do it. See, men can get away with that shit. You can take a bar of soap, wash your feet, wash your nuts, wash your butthole, come in, wash it. Don't wash your face last, wash it first. Right? Top to bottom, right? Right? But if you get if you buy your woman the wrong shampoo, the wrong soap, let me tell you what's gonna happen, boys. pH level. Y'all boys don't know nothing about it. If you ain't never growed nothing out in the woods or in the yard and grow them big old tomatoes, you don't know about pH, right? You got acidic, you got alkaline. You got 0, you got 14. The happy spot's around 6, 8, 7. That's the happy spot, right? pH level, boys. pH level, right? Right? If you buy your wife or your girlfriend or your mistress or whatever you got, if you buy her the wrong damn shampoo, when she's already trained her body to use herbal essence, and you go in there and buy her that gee because it was on sale, and she go to wash herself, let me tell you what's going to happen. That shampoo, the chemistry in that shampoo is going to screw up her damn pH level, and she's going to be madder than hell like a damn wet hen dumped in water. She's already mad. They already mad all the time, boys. They already mad. They mad 24/7. They just waiting for you to pop it off. And you buy her the wrong shampoo, you're going to mess up her whole pH level. Now, guess what? The next time you go to the grocery store, guess what you're going to get? You're going to get some of that damn Monostate 7 to clean that thing up. And then she's going to be mad as hell at you because you bought the wrong damn shampoo. You got to pay attention, boys. You got to pay attention. Got to pay attention. You can't be going there with your wife with a dirty D. You can't be going there doing it, or your girlfriend or your mistress. You got to wash that thing, man. And I ain't talking about taking no whore bath. And how in the hell did we get from metal fabricating to talk about personal hygiene? I don't know. You got to be clean. You can't have a dirty asshole, right? Don't be walking around with a stool itch. All right, boys and girls. Yeah, yeah, TJ. You won't walk in the damn store with a black eye. You walk in the store with two black eyes looking like damn Zorro trying to rob some damn body. That's what you look like. Look like the damn raccoon on the damn Guardians of the Galaxy. You walk in there and look like somebody pop, pop. Like, some bitch bought the wrong shampoos. What happened to him? Yep. Got two. He ain't got one black eye. He got two black eyes. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate every single one of you. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Jay's world. Welcome to my world. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Remember what I said, boys and girls? I appreciate every single one of you. Don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and dry. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out. Let go.